He also made a mess on the campaign trail, where the contenders have just 6 days left to plead their case. Both candidates are putting the gloves back on. Mitt Romney going full force in the swing state of Florida today, while President Obama holds off until tomorrow. He's meeting with New Jersey Governor Chris Christie to tour the damage left in the wake of the storm. Here with more, John Fund, a columnist for the National Review, and Gretchen Hamel, Executive Director of Notice. Welcome to you both. John, I'm going to start with you. I watched the press conference with Chris Christie and the president, and let me tell you, is Chris Christie the governor who was supporting Mitt Romney or not? I'm a little confused now, frankly.
Well, remember that Chris Christie is running for re-election in 2013 in New Jersey, which has not voted for a Republican for president in over 20 years. So it's good politics for him. And frankly, so far, he's very pleased with how the federal government has been responding to his requests for aid and assistance. Remember, 62% of New Jersey, I live in New Jersey, is without power. And that's a lot of angry potential voters if he doesn't get something done. So I think Christie is putting policy and his own politics temporarily ahead of Mitt Romney's.
Well, it was fascinating to me to watch this, and I couldn't help but think that maybe Romney will have some kind of response down the line to Governor Christie. Gretch, to you, you said the politicking never really ended. Look, the conventional wisdom is that all politics ceased during the storm. You said,
No, it didn't really. And I mean, you had Romney, who was having an event collecting, donated goods for those hurricane victims. That's politicking in a way. I mean, he is showing a full-face effort to help those victims in the only way that he can help them, unlike President Obama, who's actually out there, as president doing what presidents do, and that's aid with resources during times like this. So I don't think the politicking really stopped. I mean, you had the Obama administration, his campaign out there, you had his surrogates out there. This election didn't really stop. It just maybe, was down a notch or two, but it didn't stop.
Well, John, which brings up the question, who gets the momentum now coming into this event, this massive storm that has really paralyzed this region? It was Romney who had the momentum. By Friday, Saturday, who will have the big...
Look, I don't think this changes the momentum. I just think it freezes it, because in a fourth of the country, everybody's preoccupied with their daily lives. Nothing has changed in the fundamental dynamics of this race, as pointed out by your Fox poll that's just out. The President of the United States is tied with Romney 46-46. That is a dangerous number for the incumbent more than for Romney, because if an incumbent is below 50%, traditionally almost everyone who's not for him is either going to stay home or vote for the challenger. I think Obama at 46% shows I think he's slipping into underdog status as we speak.
Well, let me show you another, as long as you're talking polls, we have one from RCP National, the RCP National average. And Obama is at 47.1%, Romney at 47.9%, a dead heat. Gretchen, here's what I don't understand. I thought that people made up their mind as the campaign progressed, but it seems to me that most people like you, who are expert watchers of this campaign, say lots of people change their mind right up to voting day.
Yeah, we've seen that in the past, where people have changed their mind right before voting day, and we've had some people who didn't even make up their minds until election day. I think this election, though, you've seen a lot of people make up their minds early, and they stuck with it. This election is going to come down to the few people who make up their minds over the course of the past week and coming into the next few days. What President Obama has done with this hurricane is he's acted presidential. He's taking care of business. People don't look at one event. They look at a past history, and they look at the past 4 years, and he hasn't always displayed that same type of leadership. I mean, heck, he's not even saving us from the fiscal cliff we're about to fall off of that we've been heading towards for the past 11 months.
Well, to that point, we have to go, but I'm going to read the results, Gretch, of your poll. What or who's to blame for the federal debt? 79% of people registered voters responding to your poll said government overspending. Well, we're going to have to leave it there. John and Gretchen, thanks for coming on tonight. Pleasure to have both of you on. I hope both of your families are safe tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
And still to come.